This little buck, he just came out of a bed area. I could hear him in there running around grunting, possibly chasing a doe or two. And he's busted right out of there on the trail, about maybe a 10-yard shot. He slipped on by me. I just kind of watched him go on, hoping something bigger will come by. After he left, I kept hearing this noise. I could never find it. Eventually spotted these quail, but before I spotted these quail, I gave a couple little soft grunts, thinking it might be a deer over there and I could coax them my way. I'm not going to say I called these quail up, but I did find the source of the sound. Now, I thought this little old buck had gone clean out of hearing distance when I grunted at those quail earlier, thinking it might be deer. But apparently he heard my grunts and he came all the way back to the tree. And he's looking around trying to see if he can find the source of that sound. I really didn't want to grunt him back, but these little young bucks, they're pretty easy to manipulate, if you ask me. I guess that goes to show that grunting does work. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I use my mouth when I grunt. I'll do a grunt, a bleat. Sometimes I'll do a snort. I make all kind of deer sounds with my voice. Why do I do that? Honestly, I can't keep up with a grunt call. I lose them. Can't count the number of grunt calls I've left in the woods. And in my opinion, using your voice just works better. Grunt calls to me don't sound like a real deer. And I believe if you practice using your voice, you can do a much better job at making a deer believe you're another deer. It just sounds more realistic. That's just my opinion, guys. It works for me. Now, he looked right dead at me and he's sniffing the tree I climbed. And he don't know what I am. But I always get a kick out of looking at them when they do this right here. Now, what's your move, buddy? You gonna hang around, take off, or what? He's a studying me. Well, I can't help but wonder what's going through a deer's mind at this point in time when he's got something dead above him. He don't know what in the world it is. But he's not scared of it. Otherwise he'd be blowing out of there. They are a curious animal sometimes. I can't count the number of times I've had deer do this right here to me. You just gotta be really still, really quiet, and wait them out. They'll eventually go on about their business. Most of the time. A wise old doe, she'll stomp her foot and snort at you till the cows come home. he ain't quite that smart. I'm just waiting on him to leave, and I guess he ain't got nowhere else to go. Now that little spot right there in that gap's going to look familiar to y'all in the next video, guys. Going to be a good one. He ain't got much further. He should be in the bed area and out of my life. I could slip out of this tree and leave if he'll just go on into that thicket and leave me alone. Getting too dark to video now.
He needs to get back in that thicket and leave me alone. He's 20 yards right now. Well, it's closing time on December 25th. My wife said you go get you a Christmas buck this evening if you want to. Family stuff was over with, and anyway, it's been an enjoyable afternoon or evening. Got some pretty close encounters with a little dumb buck. He's still over in the thicket, going back and forth. I'm going to ease on out of here. I'm thinking I might slip in here tomorrow morning and try to see what's going on in here in the daytime. I've always hunted this spot late evenings. It's been pretty productive, but I don't think I've ever hunted here during the day, so I may give it a try. The wind's right. Been a good evening.